Welcome into DRF Daily, DRF Sports' betting live stream coming at you every single weekday at around 11 a.m. Eastern. We don't miss a day. We're coming at you again. It's a Monday. We have 4 plays that are bound to make you money. We went 3-1 on Friday. We're looking to build upon that now. We're starting to inch away from that 500 mark on our betting line. So things are looking up, and the games we have on the docket for today are fantastic. We're starting with Red Sox, Rays, moving from there to Tigers, Royals. That one has a lot of interesting value, I should say. Two not great teams, but a high total, a doubleheader, an interesting spot for sure. And then from there, we're going Athletics, Rangers, and we're finishing things off with our featured free game of the day, which is going to be Mets, Braves. Max Scherzer gets the start against Max Fried. A lot of implications there in the NL East, as both teams are jockeying for position. The Mets have slipped a little bit. Braves have come on strong as we have the battle of the Maxes going down in Atlanta tonight. So, without beating around the bush too much, let's break down today's games. Red Sox Rays is game number 1. The 47-39 Red Sox come to Tampa Bay to face off against the 45-40 Rays. Rays are about plus 100, plus 105, depending on your book. Right now, the total is set at 7.5. Boston will be sending out Brian Bello, Tampa Bay Josh Fleming. Tampa Bay, they lost their last 3. They got swept by the Reds. So is it a bounce back spot? Or are the Rays just slumping right ahead of the All-Star break? Boston, on the other hand, split the series with the New York Yankees 2-2, lost the first 2, salvaged it by winning the last 2, including a win last night on Sunday against the Yankees. Tampa Bay, though, 4-2 against Boston this year as they head into the game 1 of this series tonight. 4-2, and then over the last 3 years, Tampa Bay's had the upper hand against the Red Sox. They're just 2 games above 500 at home, though, over the last 3 years, which is quite interesting considering they're 6 games above 500 overall. So a little bit more success when they play at Fenway rather than when they play at Tampa. So Boston now heads on the road in a place they've had some success, and overall this season, they're 11-1 when they play a game after 6 straight home games. So after a homestand, Boston has performed exceptionally well, losing just 1 game, going 11-1. Pair that with the fact that Tampa might be slumping a little bit. Pair that with the fact that the Red Sox have had success in Tampa. And pair that with the fact that getting the start for the Rays is Josh Fleming, who's 0-2 with a 10.29 ERA. Last start was May 21st. Not very good. Boston's also 15-6 against left-handers, and they're better in every major statistical category. So here's the pick. This may not surprise you. I'm going Red Sox minus 110 in this one. Our StatFox power line likes this game at the Red Sox minus 104, so you're not getting a ton of value on the Red Sox at minus 110. They think this game's 5-5, so they're leaning the over on our game simulator. I'm not making a play on I'll lean the over a little bit just because Brian Bello also is 0-1. His only start this season was July 6th, and he has a 9 ERA. So not a battle of great pitchers by any means. So lean the over. That will probably hit. However, the Red Sox for sure are a lock to win this game. At minus 110, you're not getting a ton of value. However, the Red Sox, they have the better offense in this one. They have more power. They hit better. They play better against left-handers. And while they're 2 games under 500 in Tampa over the last 3 years, they still play better than they do at Fenway against the Rays when they're down in Tampa. Give me the Red Sox all day, every day, minus 110. I'm feeling really, really good about that pick. Moving from there, we're going into the Tigers-Royals game. This one's quite interesting. It's a doubleheader, game 2. Game 1 is set for 2:10 p.m. Eastern. Game 2, this is the game we're breaking down and giving out the best bet for, is set for 8:10 p.m. tonight. The question is, how will these teams rebound after game one? How are they going to attack game one? What's their pitching strategy? Everything like that. The total set at 9.5, which I feel like is absurdly high for game two, where these guys might be gassed a little bit. It's the dog days. You're starting to come down to the All-Star break. You have your eyes there. And not only that, Detroit starting Alex Fadu, who's 1-4 with a 5.02 ERA, and over his last three, the Detroit pitcher has a 7.5 ERA. He's going up against Daniel Lynch for the Royals, who's 3-7, 4.95 ERA. And over the last three, though, that's come down to 3.6. So over the last three, Daniel Lynch has performed fairly well, but overall, two subpar pitchers getting the start for the Tigers and Royals. It's game two of a doubleheader. Tigers this season 5-3 in doubleheaders, so they do have a winning record, whereas the Royals are just 2-2. Also worth mentioning, I dug deep into these stats because I was just interested to see how both of these teams fare with doubleheaders. Tigers, like I said, have more experience playing in doubleheaders. Not only that, they have experience winning game two of doubleheaders. 4 of their 5 doubleheader wins have come in game two of the series. So I'm leaning Detroit plus 115, but the real play is my lean. So I guess it's not necessarily my real play, but at 9.5, that just seems really high for this situation. Granted, the pitchers aren't great, but neither are the offenses. This is featuring 2 of the 5 lowest scoring teams. Neither one score more than 4 runs a game. I believe both average around 3.1 to 3.4 runs per game, somewhere in that kind of stratosphere. So not great offenses facing off in game two of a doubleheader that's bound to be low scoring. And you're telling me both sides essentially have to put up 5 runs, or one side has to put up 7, the other put up 3. However you do the math, however you split it, I just don't see either one of these offenses either playing well enough to carry the load all themselves, and I also don't see both offenses playing well enough to kind of split the load, and we see a 6-4 type of win. So give me the lean on total 9.5, under 9.5, and I'm riding the Tigers at plus 115. The 36-49 Tigers have had success in game two of doubleheaders. Detroit also has the better record in divisional games. KC also hasn't been profitable at home this season. Neither of the Tigers. The Tigers are in negative units when they go on the road, but they're more profitable, I guess you can say, on the road than KC is. KC is like minus 10 units at home. The Tigers are minus 2 units on the road. Give me Detroit plus 115. I'm also leaning the under 9.5 because that just seems absurdly high for doubleheader game two for two teams that don't know how to score. Moving from there, 29-58 Oakland Athletics face off against the 39-44 Texas Rangers. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up to date with the trade rumors that have been going around with everything around the MLB. Rangers apparently looking to get Joey Gallo back from the Yankees. Yankees open to shopping the outfielder with a power bat who either hits a home run or strikes out. So that's something to keep an eye on, as both teams have been kind of bad over their last 7, but does that surprise you with both of these teams severely under 500, not performing well at all? And Oakland has pretty much pulled the plug on any sort of hope for the season. The 29-58 Oakland Athletics are 3-4 over their last 7. Texas Rangers are 2-5 over their last 7. Oakland is an anemic offense. Let me rephrase. Oakland is the worst offense in the league, averaging 3.14 runs per game, the lowest by 0.04 runs per game. The next lowest is 3.18. Forgot who it was, but this Oakland offense is trash. They're going up against a Texas offense that averages 4.5 runs per game and allowing just 4.3 runs, which is quite interesting considering they're below 500 by 5 games. Oakland will be sending out Adrian Martinez. Texas, on the other hand, Spencer Howard. Martinez is 2-1 this season with a 6 ERA. Howard, this is going to be his third start. Just 0-0, so no decisions in his third start. And with a terrible 12.86 ERA. So Oakland has the edge pitcher-wise. I'm not going to say it's too much of an edge considering Howard barely has had any real innings work. So that sample's fairly small. So of course his ERA is going to be a little bit higher. Worth noting that the Athletics are 18-4 this season on the road, when they face a team with a slugging percentage under 400. Slugging percentage 400 or lower. Texas hits that right on the mark at a 400 slugging percentage. However, the pick is still going to be Rangers minus 165. Not a ton of value, actually no value whatsoever. Our power line makes this minus 132. Rangers coming in at minus 165 according to Vegas. But our simulator likes them to win. And it's also worth noting, while there's not a lot of value on Texas, our power line still thinks they win. So give me the Rangers at minus 165. I just think there's absolutely no hope that this anemic Oakland offense can get anything going against even the worst pitcher that Texas has to offer. They're probably doing that on purpose in game one of this series to try and give their arms a rest. Maybe it's just a bullpen day for the Rangers. Give me Rangers minus 165 all day, every day. So those are our 3 MLB best bets. We're going Detroit plus 115 in game 2 of the doubleheader. We're riding the Rangers at minus 165. And Boston, Tampa Bay, going Boston minus 115. I'm leaning the over in that one as well. Leaning the under, more of a lean, a heavier lean, almost a full play on the under 9.5 in game 2 of Tigers Royals. So it's bound to be a fantastic day of MLB action. And if you're not already, follow us on Twitter at DRF_sports. We have a lot of fantastic data, a lot of fantastic information coming out from that account. Also on Instagram at DRF Sports, no underscore there on Instagram. And if you type in DRF Sports on YouTube, go ahead, like, subscribe, get all of our expert insights, everything like that coming at you all day, every day. You don't want to miss it.